It's worse than I thought. So, the bad feeling that I keep talking about that keeps getting stronger, it's obviously coming. But I think I missed something, or rather, not that I missed it, but I didn't want to believe it. But I have been watching more videos, and there have been frequent videos of people being extremely violent. Some of the videos I'm watching do not make sense in the way people are responding to one another when they get into an argument, when there's just a simple fight. People are going from 0 to 100 in seconds. But what they do, how they respond, and how they act is what's really concerning me. Now again, I was an EMT for a few years back in the early 2000s, right? So I became an EMT in 2000. And I've watched enough violent nonsense, and I watched enough people get offed, or rather the aftermath of them being offed, that there was always a reason behind the way they behaved and why they acted that way. I know that there was a bouncer that was executed in the middle of a street in Harlem, almost 20 years ago, maybe a little more than that now, sorry. And there was a reason behind it. And that was because the bouncer and that kid who offed him in the middle of the street got into an argument. And the tough guy act came out, and then of course the other dude went home, came back, bought a gun, and then it ended poorly. But what we are witnessing, what we are watching unfold, is something that when I watch videos of people being evil, being violent, there's something missing from their eyes. Now, I have seen bad people in my career of being a fireman or an EMT. I've seen it. Even before that, I've seen it. And they all had that void, that darkness, that when you look at them, you're going to react one of two ways. Holy shit, or we're going to have to handle this. There's only two ways you can respond to that. I watched a video of a dude, and I'm not sure how old it was. It did seem to be a newer video, where a guy was munching on another dude's face. And the cop's reaction, if that's a fake video, Academy Award winning. But he goes, holy sh, and he just starts cursing like he made me look like a saint, the way he was cursing. And he was telling the female officers to back up, get away from him, get off of him, and like it went sideways. I don't know what happened to the other guy. I'm not even sure if he died, which I'm pretty sure he had to have, because this guy was munching on his face like a steak dinner. Then I watched various videos, again online on Instagram, because a lot of them show the like unedited, unblocked version. And there was a video where a guy was sleeping, minding his business in a laundromat. And this was in the Bronx the other night. This kid comes over with a knife and just bing, bing, right in his back. But then looks and goes, oh, I didn't make enough damage. Bing, bing, bing. Some more. The guy was sleeping. There was no words exchanged. There was nothing going on. The guy had, the guy with the knife, the assailant, had clothes in his arm and a weapon in one hand. And his buddy or his accomplice was just standing there watching. But his accomplice didn't react. His accomplice reacted like it was a normal thing for this to happen. The more articles and stories I read, guys, there are way more heinous things going on, and it's not making sense. Therefore, it could only be one thing. And that is the evil that's unfolding is spreading like a disease. Meanwhile, they're trying to tell us it's nothing, or it's just because, and they make up some mumbo jumbo, psych issues, or, people didn't get enough hugs and kisses when they were kids. They're making up very shitty excuses. And now I'm looking at this and I'm like, there's the danger. That's the danger, or the unforeseen danger, that I'm now recognizing, and I think a lot of you guys are recognizing. And this is something that we have to be on guard. There are people going outside to mind their business and never coming back home. There are people using their vehicles to just run other people over. There are people running around the streets just stabbing people happily. And all over the world, not just here in the United States. So the increase in what we are seeing, obviously, guys, it happened right after the whole Mr. 19 and the arm ticket campaign. There has to be a connection, and there is a side of me that wants to think maybe this arm ticket is the reason why this evil's spreading. I don't know. Or evil's just spreading because it's not being denounced. It's being encouraged. They're trying to degrade, knock God and or Jesus. They motherfuck both of them any chance they get. If people believe in it, they laugh, burn the Bible. And it has to be that. I mean, I can't explain a lot of the things I'm seeing. And when I saw violence, either as a kid growing up or as a young adult when I got into EMS and fire, there was reasons behind it. There were no reasons behind a lot of these actions. Now, there is also a drug epidemic here in the city that no one wants to talk about. And that could be another thing that these kids are smoking or taking, corrupting their brain, and they're being very, again, violent. But there's something missing in their eyes. Like the movie stars I talked about, who sold their soul so that they can make it big in Hollywood, so that they can make all the money, be really famous, be loved by everyone. Meanwhile, a lot of these people sleep on dark secrets that should be getting out there. They sleep on the secrets of, they know exactly who are trading the kids in Hollywood. They know exactly who are banging the kids in Hollywood, like River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, Corey Haim. These kids getting passed around. I even think Keanu Reeves in his younger days. And everybody knows somebody who's passing kids around, passing drugs around, and they're keeping their mouth shut. Look what they did with Harvey Weinstein. Even I, little Negro in fucking New York, knew about Harvey Weinstein and his bullshit. And these Hollywood guys are just keeping their mouth shut. They're letting and allowing evil to spread. Therefore, they are a part of that world that's allowing this thing to get to where it is, and it's becoming really bad, and it's going to, I think, spiral out of control even worse. Come next year, in the next few years, we're going to see some really bad shit. And I don't even think, guys, at this point, whether they're migrants or American citizens, it matters. I think that's just another divisive topic to keep us separated from one another, because there is a fight coming, and the one thing, guys, evil wants to do is keep us divided from one another so we don't come together to battle our common fucking enemy. And the more divisive situations and topics come up, the further away we get apart from each other, the harder it is to fight evil. And I think that's one of the bad things that are coming, and why that feeling is getting worse is because we are getting worse because we are being more divided. A lot of us will not sell our souls, but we are allowing ourselves to be distracted, divided, and set apart. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.